July 17th, 2026. Let's go over the market today. On a daily time frame, we know that the NASDAQ we're in bearish territory, okay? We are below the 20, we're below the 50. Look at our momentum, okay? And then also look at our volume. Our volume is picking up and we've got a lot of selling, as we can see. So everything is making sense. When the volume is increasing, we know we can take it more seriously. When the volume is decreasing, well, we can't really take the price action too seriously. But our volume is increasing now, and we know we're going down before today even started, so we had a downward bias. But anyway, that's just the daily time frame. The market opens right here. And what do we have? We have a huge sell-off right off the bat, have a huge sell-off, and then a V-shaped recovery. Look at how perfect that is there. And let's go over the alignments. So right at market open, the 1 hour momentum is weak in the red and it's flipping into the green. So by the time we come back up here to our fair value line, our 5 minute is pulling back up into the green. So we're definitely not going to just take a short now. We want to wait to see how this plays out. We want everything to be in alignment. Nothing has been in alignment yet. We're 30 minutes into the market and nothing is aligned. So the 1 hour flips, that's great. The 15 minute is flipping at the same time. That's pretty amazing. And then we get the alignment occurring. 15 has flipped into the green, the 5 minute is in the green and expanding. But we had no realignment entry triggers here. So we didn't get any opportunity. By the time we did get a realignment in the momentum right here, see how it was selling off and then it realigns to the upside. By the time we had the realignment to the upside, well, our 5 minute was dying off now. It's not supporting the trade, it's not supporting the direction. That means you definitely don't want to take the trade. And had you taken the trade, it would have been a loss with a 1-to-1 structure with the candle structure, the entry candle. You would not have hit that profit target, that would have been a loss. So we would not have taken that trade. Why? Because the 5 minute, yes, it was really bullish, it's really high elevation, but it's selling off, it's contracting, it's not expanding, it's compressing. That's not what we want. We want everything to be going in the same direction, like right here. See how it comes down and then it starts expanding in the correct direction? You see that? That's what you want to look for right there. So let's go forward in time. Let's wait for things to be in alignment. Now they're in alignment. Things are pulling back up to the upside right here. Things are starting to move to the upside on the 5 minute momentum. Now they're moving even more. We're about to get a crossover. And what do you know? We're flipping over our fair value line. 1 hour is in the green. 15 holding in the green. Our 5 minute is about to realign. When that happens, you have the potential for huge trends to occur. Long multi-runner trends to occur when these things align. Now, how are you going to play these alignment channels? What are you going to go for? How are you going to play it? That's up to you. It's just important to be able to see the alignment, the harmonic resonance that occurs between time frames with regards to momentum. It's just nice to be able to know that it exists. And let's look at our first alignment that would have occurred, okay? So now that the 5 minute has been going up for a while, it's a realigning. This was a realignment right here. We had one retraction. We're going up, 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 up. We retract once. We realign to the upside. Momentum realigns to the upside. So that would have been a nice entry, which would have been this candle right here at 10:38. This was the first official entry of the day. And what was it? It was a win. The next realignment that occurs is right here. Look, selling off, selling off, selling off. We realign to the upside right here. See this? Realignment. So the next realignment of the day, had you missed that one, would have been this one at 10:48. Also would have been a win. The next realignment was this one here. Also would have been a win. Now, keep in mind, had you taken the very first alignment, then these other two trades would not have played a factor because you would have just been letting this one play out, and that wouldn't have hit the profit target until this bar right here. So either way, this was the beginning of the alignment, and so far those are all winning for you. Those are making money for you. Now, by the time we get to the next realignment, which happens here at 11:10, this ends up being a win, but it takes a long time. And we're further away from the fair value line, so that kind of makes sense. And we almost hit our stop loss. The price action comes down so dramatically close to that stop loss, but it doesn't hit it. It does not hit it, and it eventually hits the profit target about 30 minutes later. So that's another win there. Now, as time is going on, look what's happening to the 5. After this sell-off occurs here, by the time this next realignment occurs at 11:28, we're really getting a warning from the 5. The 5 is telling us, hey, this is not the time to do it. Now, yes, it would have been a win. Again, we had a lot of wins today. Yes, it would have been a win if you had taken this trade. But I don't recommend it because the 5-minute was selling off. Don't recommend it. By the time the next alignment occurs, which is this one, 5 minutes still selling off. So let's go to where the 5-minute is not selling off. Here's where the 5-minute is recovering. So we don't get any realignments during this pulse, during this push. The next realignment would have been right here, and that would have been a loss. Never would have hit the profit target. It would have come down to hit the stop loss about 30 minutes later. Now this is very overextended. This is like really, really late in this huge move we just participated in, right? So it makes sense that eventually they're going to start kind of losing probability. But also I want you to notice the distance from the fair value 42 EMA line. Okay, we're kind of far distance from it. That's another warning sign. You really want the entries to be kind of close to it. The closer the better. So that was the only alignments that occurred for today, July 17th. Why? Because for the rest of the day, the 15-minute is not aligned with the 1 hour. We're out of alignment. So with all of that being said, I do hope you have a good rest of the day. Take care now. Enjoy your weekend.